The button didn't go down.
No.
The button was pushed. I was at arm's length when I pushed the button. I clearly missed.
Did I do something wrong? I was like, I wasn't sure I did something wrong. Hello, I'm Parv. How do you do?
Hello, Parv. And yes, this is Mizpah, and Mizpah is apparently incapable of pushing a button with his finger. This is obviously new news.
It's an achievement.
We'll see about that one. Now, the format is going to be a little bit different this week. We unfortunately are down a couple of people again because, well, life does stuff. So we're going to mix things up. We're going to talk about a few different bits. There is, of course, the announcements on Nax. There's some stuff happening in all things Draenor. But we're going to be focusing, Parv, as you like to do, on Heroes.
Yay, Heroes of the Storm. It's a game about heroes and the weather, which actually really suits us.
It's a game about the weather.
Kind of.
Bad pun on storm, clearly.
It's like, you know when it was raining?
Yes.
And like everyone would run out into the playground and the dinner ladies would be like, no, everybody back in, no, it's raining.
Yeah, wet break.
Well, like, it's as if like we get to do that finally. Oh, the police are off.
you told me you weren't going to get caught.
It's true. Well, they haven't quite caught me yet, but there we go.
They've just gone off in the wrong direction.
So we playing a game first. What are we doing?
Let's kick things straight off with a game, shall we? And we can talk about that now. I'm just going to adjust a little bit of local volume here because it likes to keep changing it on me. There we go. I do like to be able to hear you, strangely enough, while we're playing. Call me strange.
Do you? I just like to hear myself. I just want to hear. I want myself played back to me on a delay. That's what I want.
We could loop you, make a mix. Parv mix.
Oh yeah.
Parv's best bits.
With dubstep.
It could be. Okay, with dubstep. Let us switch screens.
I've invited you. I'm waiting for your acceptance of this invite. Of the game.
I accept you utterly, Parv.
Fabulous. Right. Are you playing Sergeant Hammer again?
It looks that way. I may have to try something else at some point, but we're still the Hammer at the moment. And you are still Zagara.
Yeah, I really like her. I've not been able to play all week because I've been having some Swedish people stay with me, but last week I was playing her a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that these two can actually work together. I think before we've not applied you well. I don't think it's been your fault. I think it's just been difficult. And as well, I think some of the changes that they've made to the game, with the 20% extra XP in lane, especially, is going to also lend itself well to just, especially if we get a 2-lane map. The best thing to do is just to control the lanes.
Okay.
I think if you control the lanes, you win the game.
Then we shall endeavour to do so. Now, of course, producer Bunkerface, should you see comments in chat and bits and pieces we need to know about, please do feel free to interject. Tricky to look at the chat screen while this game is up. However, Parv, let's go. Now,
yeah, we're going. We're searching.
I was going to say, queue-wise, we have to sit here and wait, but we started a bit of an interesting topic earlier. One thing that people have seen is the video talking about the talent system, it being expanded on much more, and they gave some examples with Muradin and various builds. Now, in my MOBA noobishness, I was saying to you that I haven't really seen so much evidence of so much utility and so much variation. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about utility in builds. How many ways are there to build a character?
It honestly depends on the hero. Some heroes are going to be only like even if you build them differently, they're going to fulfill the same sort of function. Other heroes are going to have like choices to make. Like Muradin was the example given in the actual video, but obviously they did this purposefully. He obviously has a utility build, a tank build, and like a high DPS build. So there's three kind of like big ways to build him. You can either build him just being this like super tanky dude that just can soak up all the nukes in the front and get in the way of players and get in their face. You can play him so that he gets a lot of scaling damage with the storm bolts, or you can take abilities that will give him extra stuns, which is more utility build. So in different games, you might decide, right, okay, they've got a lot of heroes that can say they have escapes. So I'm going to build my utility build because I want to be able to stun them when when I think they're going to try and run away with low health, because that's going to serve a better purpose than if you're just tanky at that point.
Okay. does make sense. Now, Isaac from the chat, I've managed to get the chat window up on the other screen. How do you rate the game? How have your thoughts elaborated as you've had more exposure to it over the weeks?
I think it's okay. So I like this game. What I think they have to do is they have to I don't know, we need to go to a lane. Let's go bot lane together. Let's just go together in the bot. I do think that one thing they're going to have to really focus on is making sure that, like, actually, the talent system is a good example of this. So the talent system is essentially Blizzard's answer to items in games such as League of Legends, Dota 2, and Here's the New Earth. Instead of building different... Okay, fuck it, let's go mid. This guy wants to go bot. I don't know why, but whatever. We can't leave a lane open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the more you have... Ooh. No, we're not going to be playing aggressive, by the way. That's something we're not going to be doing. We definitely don't want to be aggressive. We just want to push the lane. It's hard to answer questions and do this at the same time.
It is. It's the feat of multitasking. Just quickly then, we're dealing with the Giz guy here. Now, this is also one that's particularly good, I believe, specialist builds, pushing lanes, dealing with creeps.
It's exactly who we want to be against, really. We want to be counter-pushing, and you're actually a very good counter-push hero. I'm going to be leveling all my abilities to try and give more AoE damage. Because what I really want to be doing is getting as much damage out on the creep wave, because without creeps you can't damage the tower. He's going to be going for trying to kill the tower. My banelings, as you can see, do loads of area damage. They're really nice if I upgrade them just once or twice. This is an example of a specializing build, in fact, actually.
Yeah.
So I've got it's always important to have an idea of what you're doing in the game. You always got to have like a reason for why you do things. As long as you can justify something with a reason, you're at least going to learn.
Now, I'm a little concerned the amount of damage I'm now taking from this guy on a couple of occasions.
Okay, well you can always pop back here.
Yeah.
And to take a fountain charge. I mean, I did that already. I mean, all we have to do is just keep the lane away from like taking damage. You should definitely back up now.
Yeah, I was actually unsieging as he hit me.
I mean, he's taken a lot of harassment damage as well to handle this. Oh gosh, they got the dragon. So basically, everyone failed in all lanes. Well, the other two lanes failed. They're going to be going for this. We just have to. The first dragon's not too bad, to be fair. Could be worse. You're also a very good hero to deal with this.
Be here now. Yeah.
Fact,
trying to focus on this.
Make sure you're killing. Make sure you're killing.
I'm torn here between taking Draco out as quickly as possible or going for a player on low health. What's the preference?
You probably should have gone for that Reina there.
Yeah.
The reason being that he's way more fragile, and if we kill a player, they can't really push anyway. It's always, if you can get a player kill, it's almost always best to go for that. I mean, these guys really want to push. Oh, god damn it, they're pushing so hard. I think we just kill the creep wave. I mean, really, someone should be bot now, but
yeah,
just collecting XP, because we have the correct heroes to just be stopping this push. We could be profiting from everything that they're missing out on. Oh, he's gone for it. Get involved. Get involved.
I kind of feel I am personally very stuck here at the moment, trying to stop them hitting these towers.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you feel you can stop it, I will head bot now, because we need to make sure we're getting ahead on XP. They've really like opted out of the laning phase in this game, which is actually quite a good move for them, because what we want is we want to just sit there and just sort of stop the push. If they start playing in other lanes and our other players just want to go, oh yeah, let's just fight mid, we're doing exactly what they want us to do, isn't necessarily the best thing. The best thing is to deal with what they do with the least amount of investment.
Right, now I'm not moving yet because we've got no ammo in these towers.
Okay.
And I can regen again, so that's a little better. They have a Lily.
Okay, so for instance, I'm choosing a talent now. I'm going to choose Medusa Blades, which gives me like a multi-shot kind of auto-attack. The reason I choose that is because now I can stop pretty much any push. In fact, I might come mid now.
Okay, I can now move slowly in siege, so it's a little bit of a help at this point.
Try to tank the turret. Don't unnecessarily tank things unless there's a reason for it, because you can always back up and let the creep wave take it.
Okay.
There seems to be a gang of nasty men up top. Now I'm also upgrading my baneling, so if you were to look top now, you'll see that I can just melt the entire creep wave. And that's exactly what I want to be able to do, because I can do it fast and efficiently, and everyone else can deal with whatever else is going on the map.
Dropping back a bit now. Certainly losing out to straight one-on-one damage. That large, long-range red ability he has hurts. Whatever it is called. Gizmodo.
Gizmodo. It's a big nuke. He's actually very fragile, which is the concession he makes for that much damage. It seems like every time I move to a different lane, the rest of the team just like backs off and goes the other way, like and follows me around almost. I'm trying to be on my own. We're actually gonna. I really feel like our other teammates haven't done anything in their other lanes, because
we'll have to see. I'm having to fall back here because I'm getting swapped and tanking.
They've got a dragon. This is bad. This is going to be a major stomp.
So I'm trying to go the other side of the tower. He's chasing me instead.
Yeah, come out.
He's killed me.
Why didn't you come out of siege? Were you able to?
It actually takes a long time to come out. It wouldn't have helped me escape there at all. I should probably have tried it earlier. But as I had slow move, I was trying to just back the other side of the tower.
You're playing a hero that requires that you think ahead a lot, because you don't have any forgiveness for being caught out. It's
My deliberate plan was to go the other side of the tower, so if he chose to hit the tower, I could hit him while he was doing it. Not tower fort.
Absolutely ruffle stomped here. We are like 4 levels behind. Actually, no, we're not so much now. This is a good time though, because we're actually going to find out how good this new mechanic is, where they every time we kill someone, for every level they're ahead of us, we get an extra percentage above the normal XP balance. You need to be behind the tower though, there's no reason to be in front. Because don't forget, if he can see you, he can target you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, we should really be going for kills now, because the new mechanics allow for us to really catch up on XP.
Okay.
Although, in fact, if that guy gets him, if he has blink, there we go. That's what we need. Okay. See, so for instance, our Nova is deciding to kill herself on the creeps there, instead of taking all this free XP here.
Daniel on the Giants, can we support here?
Yeah, he shouldn't have been there, because if he's there, then he was wasting all the lane XP. He's also gifted that, he's just gifted that camp to those guys as well now. Yeah, it couldn't be any freer for them. It's equivalent if you were playing tennis, like just going, okay, it's your serve, so I'm just going to go sit on the bench and hope you double fault all the way through.
It's not very likely, is it?
Well, it's just not very useful. It's not a good idea. It's just relying on people being so dumb they won't check the jungle that you can basically kill yourself on creeps.
That's not helpful. Kill me there? Yes, it is. Darn it.
I'm gonna kill him? Am I gonna kill him? Come on.
What's gonna happen in Parv versus Witch Doctor?
I'm gonna have to get him with my thing. Yep, got him. So that. Alright. I can't do that much on low health. I'll try and catch a guy maybe. Oh. I think I contributed to those kills at least, which is what I really wanted to do. That's one good thing about this whole assist system.
Yep.
Not counting kills, is that people don't try and kill steal, and everyone gets the same whether you can make a kill yourself or not.
I guess one question is how well do things reflect what people have been doing? Certainly you don't always feel like the score screen at the end reflects what you've done. For good and for bad sometimes.
I think Blizzard are going for something where you can't really blame other people though, because there's a lot of blame that goes on in these games, and that, you know, that's kind of fair enough. But it's also a case of, well, you know, like, you know, in Hearthstone you can't talk to your enemy. We can't really talk to an enemy here. I can't flame them. I can't be like, guys, you know, our Nova's on your team, lol, or something like that. I can't even do that.
Just trying to counter push a little here. They of course have the Dragon Knight again.
They do, yeah. I mean, just count all the time. Like, middle is a very bad place to be right now, because any idiot can count to 5, and there's 3 of them and 5 of them. You know, even if you only saw 3 there, you go, there's 2 missing, and our other 2 players are pushing out of the lanes. Probably best not to try and team fight, because they can TP back. You know, chances are they're waiting. It's not a good idea. Now we're kind of lucky in that they're dumb enough to just sort of YOLO at the base. We might actually get something out of this. You probably need to head back soon though, because you're not going to be able to escape like I can. Especially if you don't have the speed. There's one bot, which means actually you can get aggressive again top, or you can do something mid now.
Gonna go back top because it's shorter distance.
Okay. Just the main important thing is always be doing something. Always be closing. You know. Yeah. From that film.
Always be closing.
As long as it's that film where that guy's like trying to like, they're like, I don't know, they sell debt or something. And he's like, always be.
Oh, the stock market one.
Yeah, I forgot the film.
Not sure.
But remember your ABCs. Always be closing. It's like a thing.
All right, dealing with knights here, so just trying to get rid of those.
There you go. You got.
I can see 2 1-on-1s. Can't see where the others are on the map.
Soon the shrines shall awaken.
Need to get some support here. There we go.
The main thing is sometimes you're gonna get into fights, but you know you can't kill them, but you can just harass them out the lane, or like, you know, you're just doing something. You're fighting them for the resource. Just don't let them have anything for free.
No, I'm just having to keep full back here because we're getting swamped. There we go.
We're actually a level ahead now though, because I've been able to sit bot a bit, which is really nice for our ganking heroes and stuff. I'm gonna get a kill bot now. I'm actually really looking forward to when we can get rated play in this game, because once you can start playing at the correct level, so you'll be rewarded for, you know, you'll be rewarded with cooperative teammates for being cooperative.
Yeah. Now I've got 2 up here, sitting behind here, but I'm going to have to run in a minute if they push on. Got Raynor and Lily at this end.
Okay, so there's 2 top, 3 missing. So
got him.
Don't want to get too aggressive.
Got Raynor. We just used the
you got him.
The BFG just as someone else turned up.
We got Nizebo.
Okay, you've got 2 on 1. I've got Camille up here. There's 1 unaccounted for, 1 back in base. No, there's 2 up top. Okay.
That's also a big thing as well. Is trying always be thinking about what with the information you've got, what can the enemy be up to? Because once you know that, you know what you shouldn't be afraid of. We're also going to get the dragon now, which is pretty big. We've got a level ahead on them still. That's really nice. This almost feels winnable.
Having to run away now. Managed it. Okay,
that was really good because you guys controlled the top.
Yep.
Because you guys controlled the top, we were able to sneak the control bottom and then get the.
Okay, we have Lily and we have the Gizmodo up top pushing. And we have a Draco down here. Draco is dead.
Draco's dead.
There are 2 probably having free reign up top at the moment.
Well, I did something to make them react bot, and that's
there's 3 up top.
To take stuff. We should probably just gank them because it's super easy to kill. They're both really like squishy heroes.
And 1's dead.
Yep. Lulu has a lot of abilities that get her away from things, which is kind of annoying. She'll leap again in a minute.
It's a
yes.
surprising comeback from here.
Well, I think part of it is the
Mechanic change.
Well, yeah, but there's more to be said. There's 20% more XP for just sitting bot. So if you're falling behind, just farm safely bot. And then as well, we got a few kills. They did throw a bit. And when you're ahead, you throw harder. Much harder than before now. So.
Okay, now
so, I mean, I think it's
everyone's
really
middle, so I'm just staying top by myself at the moment.
You can do that. I mean, as long as you feel you're making enough impact, it's fine. I don't know how you built that guy or what your intention is. So
Range, and I've added Fury, but I should be able to take. Will I get this tower out? No, I won't. It's fall back.
I mean, there's 3 mid, so it's up to you. Like, basically, once you see evidence of them rotating, that's when you want to go.
Yeah.
And as well, you want to make sure that they've actually had to travel. They don't just start to rotate and feign it and then back off straight away. Because if they see you back off straight away, then they'll just come straight back to mid, and then, you know, we'll have committed. But
The shrine.
I'm probably going to die here now. I thought we were committed to a team fight, but no one's want to go in now.
How many
they're
have you
all
got?
mid.
They're all mid, okay.
I mean, you should be able to count that if you're top, because you can just, you know...
Yeah, I can see 3 of them on my minimap.
It's actually pretty bad. We shouldn't be doing this too much.
Now, if they leave me alone for another minute, I'm going to sneak this fort. Got it.
The dragon awaits, heroes. Free him and destroy.
So that's a fort down at the top. Do you still have them all middle? I see 3 again.
I think some are on a counter 4. I think you should probably be now. You should probably
now is the
out
time
because,
to go.
Well, we need to defend, and as well, if you get a pick off as well, they can't fight anymore. They can't counter push. So now you can see that there's a player here, so you should probably kill her.
Yeah, we've got one of our players just standing there, doing nothing next to Lily.
I'm actually gonna come out and say I think this Nova doesn't really know how to play.
Okay.
To a point where it's actually I think because the Nova went bot when there was no one mid at the beginning. And that's a warning sign to start when people just absent-mindedly do things and not really think about anything. Just playing a hero that's highly something dependent on reading the map and taking opportunities where they. I'm gonna stop the push. Oh my god, that Reyna just fed himself to me. Okay, fair enough.
Now we've got Lily top. That probably means there's another one, because I doubt the healer would be running around by itself. Trying to stop these knights. Again, no one near me. Keep having to drop back. Two mid?
The 2 mid, yeah. And the ultimate from Nazebo. I killed one. They're very much overcommitting to the pushes. They really want to push.
Okay.
But they've vastly underestimated how hard they can push against this, I think.
Now, I'm almost close enough to come in and siege up here, see if that gets anything.
Okay.
No, Miss Draco. Double kill though with Sonya.
Yeah, it doesn't matter so much. What's going on in our base? Screw it, we should push. Let's push. They should be able to defend. Giant killer. Let's get that. Baneling massacre. Increase the number of banelings. I think like at these points, you're less like you should be performing the role that I'm performing. I should be the one pushing, and you should be the one doing things. We should go mid now. Always watch. Always like at least look at the map. I had a very good MMOBuff player staying with me for a week today, and I realized when I put him on Dota 2, I realized like how little I actually know what's going on, just because I don't have a habit of
Gazlo in middle, whatever his
clicking on
name
the map
is.
constantly. This guy is suicidal. He's gonna die.
Now, if we could actually... We have top and bottom. No point me trying to get there. There is another player here. Mid.
Yeah.
Moved out of the way. Wait till there's some support.
This one must perish.
Wow. They nearly got the dragon there, which is really bad. They've definitely controlled the jungle this game. Which has been a big problem. Our Nova's just AFK in base. Why do we always get these players when we stream? We always get the guy that's like...
The enemy is attacking your core.
The flame cleanses.
Enemy slain.
Like Nova should be hunting, not counter pushing. I can kill these creeps 10 times faster than her. She's not good at that. What she's good at is killing individuals. This is quite a vulnerable position. They could be coming at you. I know there's only one of them alive.
Well done.
Not too bad. At this point now, we should push out the mid lane, and we should also try and get as many jungle creeps as possible.
Okay.
People should be doing. I mean, I can just push this out, but
Just help with this campers. There's three of us here.
if there's three, I mean, three's overkill. Like someone should run there or there. But obviously, you're the slowest, so it's like you can't respond to that. It's up to them. You don't have a horsey. I wish I had a horsey.
We are horsey. We don't have a... No horsey.
It would be unfair because if your hero was maneuverable as well, it would just be too much. I think. Let's see where they did it. Kill this easy gun.
Gazlo's coming up with support. No, not with support.
Barbarian bot.
Okay, Gaz was mid to top. Obviously wanted to go up top completely.
This guy should die.
Getting rid of my knights.
I got two of them my ulti. We should kill them. Why does everyone just back up there? Like I got two in my ulti. It's 3 kills. Everyone ran away from here. Why?
The shrines are gathering power. The dragon knight calls from within the sky.
Now, I'm not seeing enough of them. I see 2 of them dead. That means there's 3 unaccounted for. I see 1 mid.
Enemy is attacking your core.
Oh, I nearly
I
killed
think
him.
they'd respond to that.
It's fine. Like I fought him mid. He's got no health. He has to go back and regen.
Yeah.
So you can push space.
Okay.
We'll have to let Zeratul and the other guy go back and try and defend. We do have 2 levels on the moment, and their Barbarian is suiciding in, which is excellent. Perfect. The Zeratul's having a good game, actually. I'll give him that. Let's look at the scores. Takedowns.
Fought down here.
It's strange. They've changed the score screen. So you get a bit more information. We're actually going to lose now.
Your core is under attack.
Oh, diddly do. I'd like to see. I'd like them to list XP gained as one of the resources on the.
That would actually.
Because they don't do that. So, for instance, I've got hardly any tower damage and hardly any hero damage, but I probably gained the most XP because I just sat bot and kept the lane from being pushed in.
Well, let's have a look. I mean, it would be really good to actually see what sort of holding the lane actually does to the team. It's probably slightly against the ethos they're going for. It kind of would highlight someone maybe too much.
Well, I mean, getting XP is one of the most important things. It makes
Yeah.
everyone else. It makes everyone else able to gank. Being a level or two ahead is better than not being a level 2 ahead. So,
Okay. Well, let's throw something out for opinions to the channel. Is there anything out there that people would have liked to have seen done differently? We'll see if anyone comes up with anything, and I think we're going to find time for another game as well, as it's just us, Parv. If you're up for that.
yep, we'll queue again. I want to get this right. I want to, because we did it before privately and it worked great actually. This tactic, I just want it. The problem was in the lane we had. As soon as the dragon went live, like both things got taken, and they were like, "Lol, we can kill them top." And then we were dealing with their mid player, and another player from top came through the jungle and took the dragon. And from that point on, laning phase was just over. No laning phase.
Right.
I think you do find in MOBAs is people know how to lane, but as soon as the laning phase goes out the window, and tactics become a lot more up for grabs, people get very, very lost very quickly.
Okay. It's
So,
that
like,
understanding that there's more to it than just hit creeps, move forward.
Well, kind of. Laning phase is much more controlled. I mean, we're yet to see in Heroes, but definitely in other MOBAs, like, there's a good sort of, like, just above average level you can be and still be, you know, like, pretty safe and not expecting people to roam between lanes and things and do fancy things. If you just get the basics of laning down, you can set up the game pretty well. Most people know how to just stay in lane and take XP and take gold. So
we shall see what actually happened. At least from my perspective, kills were 2, so I'm not getting killed as much as normal, which is a plus.
no, definitely surviving is a lot. So, for instance, did you die 3 times in that game? Was it?
Twice.
Twice. Excellent. I died twice as well. We really didn't feed them much XP at all. Just by adding that to your playstyle.
Yeah.
And being in lane, you're getting XP, and you know you're not feeding them XP from deaths. Dying is the worst thing you can do because you're not gathering anything. You leave your team, you know, outnumbered, so they can be ganked. They're a more viable team fights to take, and as well, you give them XP.
Yeah, which is not a good combination. Now, one thing to talk about while we wait for this game to kick off, a little bit of news about 2 things happening in beta for HOTS and indeed for other games as well. They are expanding those beta phases. We're seeing Asia and Korea regions now invited to join the HOTS beta, and I'm pleased to say for everyone in Europe, European invites are now starting to go out. So to all of you who are sitting here going, but I'm not American and I don't stream, I'm not playing, keep an eye on those inboxes. But a reminder again, there are no keys for this game. We did not receive a key. I don't know if you got a key, Parv, but I didn't get a key because my understanding is there are no keys.
I don't know. I just turned up and they made me play it.
Yeah, we're like that.
Talk about it.
So really, if someone tells you, hey, you've got in, go check your account page. Do not click on links on emails. Do not do anything to gain a key because there are no keys. You'll simply see it pop up in the launcher.
Unless it's me, then you have to send me money. Send me money, and then you get a key.
Yeah, it's actually going to be an old key you found on the street. Nothing to do with computers or anything else.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't.
Is it a Yale or a Chub?
It's a Chubber. I don't know. There's only kinds of key I can think of.
What, how many?
There's more.
Spot
I
quiz.
don't know,
How many
like,
types of key can we think of?
2. I got a key cut once. I went into Sainsbury's and there was a Timpson's in the Sainsbury's, like on the side by the tills.
Did you get your shoes shined while you were there? A new
No,
coat?
I did get my boots done at a Timpson's recently. I got my boots resoled and sorted out, and they look great. They did a really good job. It was awesome. Before they were like falling apart. I looked like a bit like a crazy clown when I wore them because when I lift my foot up, like the whole sole just sort of like came off at the bottom, and they looked like I had to walk funny and stuff. It was really bad.
But Parv, that was only part of it. It was actually the red nose and the white grease paint. That's why people kept calling you a clown when you walked down the street.
It's true. I did super glue the sole back on, but it didn't do very much. It went pretty quickly. It worked for a very short amount of time.
So super glue only recommended as a temporary fix.
Temporary.
Now we have been waiting 238 seconds out of 68. Now I know my maths is potentially not good, but it does strike me that estimated how long you have to wait might need updating a touch.
Maybe. I think we should requeue. Let's requeue and see if we can.
Okay.
I'm readying up again.
Requeuing we are. And
Yes,
Pagan
sometimes.
or Pagan Belial, however that should be pronounced, probably not like that, of course suggests Doomakey.
Doomakey. I don't know. I'm not really into keys that much. I was about 5 seconds ago when it first popped into my head, but now I've gotten bored of them. I'm very fickle like that. I love something so intensely, and then I hate it instantly afterwards. A bit like games. Maybe like.
I thought you were going to say a bit like girlfriends.
Well, pretty much all people in general, like, just. I don't know. I just want chaos and destruction. Is that okay? I don't know if that's okay.
I don't mind chaos and destruction as long as it's channeled in the direction of our mutual enemies.
Well, we can do that in a game.
Okay.
That's why I like these games, because you can just like hurt things all the time, and like no one really gets hurt, so I have to deal with the crippling guilt afterwards. It's like in this game, it's like raining, and we're in the playground, and you're the bully punching all the kids. That's what it is. You get to be the bully, except you don't get to have to stand against the wall afterwards. The teachers don't make you do that.
I was never the bully. I was on multiple occasions the one getting picked on because I had a big mouth, and I was also the person that would never back down. So kind of not a good combination.
I see. Did you ever have to sit and stand against the wall because you've been naughty and look at the wall?
They did worse than that at a school I went to. You're probably not allowed to do this now. I hope you're not allowed to do this now. So, have you seen the thing where they kind of make you have your back to the wall, but your legs at 90 degrees?
Yeah, it's like it's a stress position. Like you have to do like a seated squat. Like,
yes, seated squat against the wall, and then hold your hands out like this, and then hold a book up in your hands at the same time. And they made you sit like that as a punishment.
Well, that just sounds like physical education to me. That's not too bad, really. I mean, like, the thing is, the naughty kids would just get quite strong, and then it wouldn't be that like bad for them anymore, I'd imagine. Do you know what I mean?
You did kind of get used to it.
I can imagine, like, a kid who's naughty all the time, he would just get really good at it, and then it would be like, oh, you want me to sit down and like, chill out against the wall? He'd be fine with it. Oh, what's this? Rules of Theory of Justice? Yeah, 10,000 pages, easy. Like, that's right.
There is a kernel of truth in that, but I'm not going to admit it.
Like, yeah, that's what they'd have to find thicker and thicker books. They would do. I don't know, what's the thickest book I own?
What is the... Do ebooks count when we talk about what is the thickest book we own?
No, it's got to be a real book that you can hold up while you're squatting.
A real physical book that I have here. What is it? I've got all the Blizzard artwork books. Do they count?
No, they're not books.
Yes, they are.
Hold on. This is the most boring book I own.
I'm attached to the system.
I've got the... Yeah, I know, I just kind of like... You know, it's ridiculous. Why does my headset reach all the way to my bookshelf? It nearly does. Anyway.
I have debated the merits of wireless several times.
This is the most boring book I own.
Okay.
It's Logic by Paul Tomasi. Yeah?
And why is it boring?
Well, it's actually very, very cool, but it's just very, very heavy to understand a lot of it. It's basically, it's formal logic.
Yep.
So it's like... Basically, you take arguments, or you take inputs and outputs of systems, or whatever it is. You make them in. You make certain statements and objects into letters, like an algebraic equation, and then you manipulate them, and you use that to solve arguments and to solve systems.
Yep.
So, computer programmers use this. Obviously, you're a computer programmer. You understand.
That's why I'm nodding.
Exactly. So, like functions and shit.
I've never actually called a function that in a program. I should hasten to add.
Well, you never call what? A function shit?
Yes. I'm imagining the lines of code now. I'd have to call it, push it, pull it, manipulate it.
Why are we not getting a queue? This is ridiculous.
I have seen this a few times, and sometimes it just needs to be long enough. I've sat here with a 600-second wait before.
I'm going to restart my client.
Okay, we think it might be the client.
Well, just so I know I've exhausted that, because if we wait for 12 minutes,
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to just sit and talk about anything that pops into my head for as long as need be.
We've got a few things we want to run through actually, and one of the big things we want to run through are some announcements that have finally emerged that we've been waiting for. Let me do this. There
You're
we
also
go.
searching at the moment.
Yeah, and I need to move that window. There we go. Better. Move the Twitch window. Sorry, Twitch, I can't see you again. While we accept and we search, just in case, and if we do get a game, we'll run on and just finish the game through, I think.
Yeah.
Naxxramas, Hearthstone. Have you been playing any Hearthstone, Parv?
Like I said, I had quite a good Dota player around. I was watching him play it.
Yep.
I'm I convinced with her? I don't know. Like, I don't like card games very much, but you don't actually have to buy cards.
Correct.
So it's not so bad. Like, you just have to buy pixels. Also, we're not searching because you haven't clicked ready.
Have I not clicked ready? I thought I had. Throw us another invite.
I think Hearthstone is the kind of game. I'm in a party with you apparently.
Okay, I don't see anything other than the option to play. Only available to party leader.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you.
No, I've been kicked by Parv. Hopefully he'll invite me back again.
Remove from party. There we go. I'll invite you back now. You've been invited.
There we go. I have accepted.
Okay. I was saying, yeah, Hearthstone is the kind of game that I can play 2 or 3 games of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, awesome, sweet, I'm really enjoying this. And then I won't want to play it for like a week.
Okay.
But like, I do really enjoy rock paper scissors. So
They're not exactly similar.
They are in many regards because, I mean, all you're really trying to do is tip the odds in your favour by being efficient. Everything else, how you draw the cards, all that stuff, it is really, down to the gods, or whatever you want to call it. It's probability.
I would say there's a lot more to it than that in terms of how you build the deck out, what you're expecting to run into, keeping an eye on the meta. I mean, quite often you've got to make strategic choices mid-game. There are value plays, but there can be lots of other choices.
I'm not denying the strategic plays, and I am talking all things being equal. You're against players that invest to a similar level. Obviously, if you theory craft a deck and someone else just randomly clicks all over the screen until they get a deck, you're probably going to beat them because their deck is going to be, it's not going to have any efficiency to it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is being just never making a mistake instead of, you know what I mean. Once you're current on meta, it's about just not making mistakes. It's about being doing the correct moves all the time. Which I like.
That can be said sometimes. I often feel as maybe I'm not playing the game at a high enough level. Quite often there's a choice to make. You've got more than one right play, and it's tricky to say what's going to be more right. And usually there is.
No, the right one is the one which wins you the game.
Yes, but I might decide, for example, to use a big game hunter now to get rid of something. Say buff something, use big game hunter to kill it, or do I save that later in case I'm going to see a Ragnaros later on?
But there is a correct play, because in World A, where you use it that turn, and World B, where you use it in the next turn, if it's 60% efficient in World A and 70% efficient in World B, then you should have played... Then World B, you made the right choice, and World A you made the wrong choice.
Yeah, there is a mathematically correct play, but you are dealing with...
The game is solvable.
Is the game 100% solvable? I'm not actually convinced.
Yes,
I don't think it's 100% solvable on the basis that you don't know the distribution of cards and abilities you're running into. So it's not solvable in the context of a singular game.
It would be that you wouldn't be able to guarantee a win every time, but the solvability would be I can guarantee, say, 75% of the time I win.
Yes.
By following these logical rules, and that's what you're trying to attain.
Yeah. Yeah, in a similar fashion to the way poker hands are solvable in that context.
Exactly, yeah. Like, if you play poker, like, a lot of people play tight aggressive, so they'll play for, I know that, these top 10 hands, they win over 80% of the time, so if I only play those hands, and then I minimally invest in everything else, over time I should win. There are calls that you'll make that you lose, but you still have to remember that was still a statistically correct call.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, and I've been through that loop many times. But just to dive in, for those of us that do play, Naxxramas, of course, is about to be unleashed. All we know officially is it is still going to be this month. We're waiting to see when, but the prices have emerged. 700 gold appears to be the price to get into a wing. Now, if you've been beta testing since the early days, you will get that first wing for free, and then you will need to pay for the rest of the wings.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're not going to pay in-game gold, which is quite doable, 700 doesn't seem too scary to me, you can buy the wings either as a bundled pack or individually. Now, I think, I'm going to need to check my notes here, I think it's something like $24.99 in dollar terms or $19.99 in dollar terms to buy them all together, or $6.99 for individual uniques. Those are the numbers I have etched into my brain. I'm just going to double check they are correct. But I have to say, I can't wait to get my hands on it. 25 for access to all 5, 20 for 1, so $24.99, $19.99, yeah.
It does upset me a little bit because I reckon my druid deck is not going to work anymore now. Which is going to upset me. I got one deck and it's like an amazing deck. And I don't think anyone's even...
Is it full of druids?
Well, it's got druids with the claw in it. But basically what the deck does is you just kill everything. As soon as something comes on the board, you just kill it.
Yeah.
And you just control the board. From the early to the mid game.
So it's an aggro druid deck.
I wouldn't say it's aggro. I'd say it's board clear. There's loads of swipes. There's loads of starfalls, and there's loads of druids of the claws that I could put taunts up.
Yep.
So you basically just make sure that if they do get enough cards out, they can't do any damage, and then you take them out with a swipe, and you got some ogre.
We'll have to have a game sometime, Parv.
But now you know what my deck is. You're just going to counter deck it with a stupid deck. See, this is the thing. This is what bugs me. Because as soon as someone knows what deck I have, then it becomes like, well, I know you're going to do paper because you don't have a rock or a scissors on you. So now you're not better than me. You've just invested more because you've got more decks, so you've got more options.
Actually, one nice thing about the game is just by playing, you actually don't need to buy anything. There are plenty of people that have played their way through, even to legend status, who've never ever bought a pack of cards.
That is very cool, but I still have to design the deck.
Yes.
And I just want one deck that like beats everyone. Can I have that? Oh wait, that would be an aggro lock deck, wouldn't it?
It would, or hand lock at the moment. Yeah. But our game is starting again.
Oh yeah, we've got the game! Yay, party time! We're just gonna go. Oh, it's the dragon one again.
It is the dragon one again.
Let's try and get one of the side lanes and try and just
own the side lane.
Well, I feel like on the side lane it's much easier because, like, as long as we defend one of those towers, we know they can't get the dragon. That's all you need to do. Is just block it. Even if we're getting trounced in the two lanes, we'll be able to push up to the lane
and just quickly, rating Hyperion. As we haven't done a huge amount of Hearthstone today, if you fancy a game sometime, holler at me. Meanwhile, I'm going to take increased damage to distance enemies as my trait.
Excellent. Okay, let's go bot. This is perfect. Oh, we got a sensible laning structure. This is lovely.
But no, it's not. We're going right to left. I don't like going right to left. I want to go left to right.
Well, get used to it, son.
10 seconds.
I mean, like, you want to run with the pros, you got to play backwards too.
4.
I actually do find it disconcerting going the other way around.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
like I'm going the wrong way.
With it at all. I really don't have a problem with it, but there we go. Now, okay. Here's the thing I think you should do with Hammer more.
Okay.
I think you need to be less sieged up sometimes and just sort of use your attacks. Like sieging there's a bad idea because what if he stunned you? You'd be absolutely.
We have a second hammer here.
Okay, Hammer's the one that we go for. He's the one we harass. Oh wait, no, they're going on this guy. Fine. We should get a kill here.
Yep.
There we go. Well, it seems that we want to just kill everything here.
Part of that work though was because I sieged and he didn't. So that I guess it's a real.
Well, yeah, when you're not getting attacked, then you can do it. But if like you run up here and he sees you go in the bush,
yeah,
it's probably not a good idea because he can close the gap so easily on you, and you haven't got your talents in yet to really take advantage of it.
To do anything. Yep, that does make sense. The Zeratul killed by minions.
That's not good for them. All we want to do is just poke the tower.
Yeah, I've actually not gone in because. Let's see where we are.
You don't need to go in. Don't need to go in.
No.
We're taking towers now, so all we do is we just harass. If you can get him to 50% health, he can't stay in lane, because if the T-Fight was to go off, then he can't do anything. There's an invisible player here. Kill the Zeratul, he's weak.
I was already in the midst of escaping and running away when you said invisible player.
That's absolutely fine. That's fine. Always watching. So there's no one mid.
There we go.
Yep. All I'm doing is making him think he can kill me, and then because you're there.
He nearly stayed in for too long.
Oh, I minimized by accident. Lol. Medusa blades. Okay.
Right, I'm going to go down here.
Be careful with face.
There is an invisible player here. Yeah, there we go. There he is. He's behind you, invisible.
The Zeratil's going to be after you all the time. I need to go mid and take the XP because they're going to pull ahead on us on XP now as they have a player there.
Now, I'm a little reticent of staying here solo with 3 players in and out this lane.
All you have to do is play safe, just don't die, and soak up XP. Trust the rest of your team to just sort of make sure that nothing really goes that bad.
Okay, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to attempt to capture back the night camp.
No. All you do is you just stay in that lane. Because we're putting other players, we're going to be pressuring other places. They're going to have to move if they want to keep. If they keep players there, they're going to be making massive concessions for it. So right now, for instance, if you look mid, we've just harassed the other out lane, and we're pressuring.
There's my increase on attack range.
Okay. They do have jungle. There's not jungle. They have dragon control now, so we need to do something. Maybe try and pressure it.
I'd like to be able to move. They have their guy siege with yeah.
It's not really your job. It's the problem. They took it. I didn't realize they could take it from behind. They could. They do have a dragon now.
I've just gained the move slowly in siege mode.
They've already wasted half the dragon's health. They've not really used it very well. Okay.
Yeah, Zeratul's here as well. Oh no, it's not. It's they've got their tank is taking the stealth thing. Now, if he doesn't move, I'm going to win this one-on-one. He did move.
Well, even if you don't, just basically entertain him, because all we're doing is pushing mid now. As a result, you've bought the space, and you've managed to get the XP.
I've just had to retreat, pull back, heal up. They have the Death Knights supporting the tank.
That's fine. No one's gathering anything top, but it's fine because they're fighting you bot instead, and we're getting mid.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head top and get the XP while the rest of the players push in. All you have to do is survive there and just harass him.
Now, he's got some form of very tanky build. He just keeps coming up and walloping the tower. He's going to...
Well, if he's tanky, he's not got any DPS. It's fine, so...
Okay.
Soon the shrines shall awaken, heroes.
I mean, there are two mid. I have to be now. Okay. This is going much better though, because you just stopped him from having any impact, and he felt married to it, so he had to stay.
Okay.
That's all you had to do. Like, you can't take him one-on-one. If you close the gap, he will kill you. So you just have to go, right, what's the most efficient thing I can do?
And slaughter your enemies.
That was an interesting one. He was torn between the two players, just kept moving backwards and forwards, trying to close on me, and then changing his mind to go back to Raynor. And must have changed direction 6 times.
Yeah, well, players do that a lot as well. They fail to invest their Oh my god!
That's gonna kill me unless I somehow get away.
Wow,
Yeah.
he dodged me. I killed him
Did
anyway.
not spot their Zeratul coming up behind me. Straight away, unsieged and ran, but not enough.
They have just pulled ahead now because a lot of us have died. What's that other up to?
Yeah, there was a team fight, or not team fight, there were 2 of them there that I was trying to support, and that's when the Zeratul came up behind me. That's
you have to be really careful because you're going to be the food for him because you're so weak up close. If I was a Zeratul, I'd be hunting you on the team. Probably me as well. Anyone who's bad at dealing with people up close.
Choose a talent.
Ready to drop the hammer.
Oh, body block. I killed off this. Yeah, baby.
I had a rather upset Falstead there, obviously he was fighting down the bottom. I'm not sure who he was expecting to appear from where.
Well,
Yeah,
all you have to do is entertain them mid again,
I'm
and
being
we will push bot.
very targeted here. Demon Hunter as well as...
So how many mid?
There were 2. Demon Hunter went off again, I think.
Yeah.
Now their tank has taken the big long-ranged gun as well, because he was just using it on me. I'm going to have to Hearthstone all the way back here.
We might be able to get a dragon here. They're dumb enough. They're dumb enough to let it happen? No.
Trekalor, the tank is sieged up where the dragon is.
Yeah, I can see that there. I'm going to have to defend the bottom point, but we've lost the top anyway. So all I can really do is just cause issues, spot again. We're very even on XP now, so what we really want is a lot of XP. I can't.
Now, I'm
contest with
sieging up over where it is, but that's all I can really do. They are, of
Okay.
course, going to target me as soon as they come in. The question is, how long do I stay? You know, is it better off
I can't-
sacrificing me to try and stop the dragon being gained? I guess is the ultimate
it.
question.
If you actually stop it, if you just delay it by a few seconds, no. What really should happen is someone should do something top. I mean, I can't really challenge an Illidan one-on-one,
Yeah.
so there's not a lot I can do.
So Zeratul's just coming off death now. Our full stead is 34 seconds away. Can't even really move the camera to see what's going on here because I daren't take my eyes off the screen. Right, they've no longer got it, so
You did the right
That
thing
was
though,
something.
because you're not able to contest the stuff, but you can stop them from ever being able to do that. So if they spend a long time trying to get that,
now they've got the bottom again.
yeah, we're going for bottom. My aim is just to keep whenever we have bot, push bot out as hard as possible, because if the creep wave is far up as well, it's difficult for them to take this. But really, there's no point in you pushing the same
Pushing
lane
there
as
as
me.
well. No. I must admit,
think,
I'm going to go top. I do not like being middle. It feels very vulnerable. Everything coming from both sides.
I think it is. Illidan's coming from behind. I'll mount up and run out this way now. See you later. I can't stop him. So we just have to fight mid.
Did we get it? No, it
No, we
did
didn't.
light up for a split second.
3 came bot though, so I couldn't do anything.
Heading top.
We don't have good one-on-one sort of man-up heroes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we have the dragon now.
Yeah. Now,
Excellent.
I'm actually going to stay top on the belief that, from what I can see, everyone's now focusing on the dragon and defense.
They're actually all focusing on bot, which is great. It's even better because now the dragon is getting free reign, and so am I. Just push.
Yeah, and I'm pushing top, so...
I've also upgraded. So, for instance, we were talking about builds earlier. I've upgraded my attack, my auto attacks to remove ammo,
Okay.
so they can push even harder. Is it whatever anything that makes the crit wave last longer is great for pushing. And I've also taken the Medusa ability, which also gives me a multi-shot on auto attack. So then they both synergize together. That's the kind of thing that they're talking about in the videos. You want to pick things that complement each other so that they compound each other.
Okay, we took the top fort. Didn't
That
contest
was
it.
well played. It was a very tactical decision.
Just as I'm literally unsieged and started running, as the shadow appears of their Tassadar, who is chasing me. I'm still not sure I'm going to get away, even though I moved before he got his first hit on me. No, I can't. If he just chases me along the map, he can keep up with me while I have my boost on and then kill me when my boost expires.
Yeah.
I don't know how to escape that.
Well, it may well be that you just can't,
Right.
which is fine. You just have to then go, okay, fine, then I have to preempt him coming.
I actually moved before he appeared on my screen. I was already unsieging and moving.
Excellent.
That's what was frustrating.
What you need to be doing.
But it very frustrating because if I don't actually get to survive by preempting it...
Then you need to preempt even earlier.
Okay.
If he's missing, just go, right, okay, back off. If you see him, then you move back into lane again. So elsewhere. Fortunately, we do have a DC here now, which is not good.
We've both got 2 dead. They're Arthas, they're Nova.
The dragon's wrath.
They got a big push on, but
Shall I head back top? It seems pretty deserted.
yeah, you can always gather the XP. But when you do this, the most important thing is not dying. That's more important than anything else.
Yeah.
You saw how much the enemy team threw last game when they were a couple levels ahead and they just died a few times.
The dragon
It could do an immense amount of damage to your team.
Unleash its power.
Then the problem is I really don't want to go too high up because anything past the midpoint, it's going to be a tough ask to escape.
God, Sergeant Hammer's in the open are just sitting ducks. That Sergeant Hammer went down so quickly.
Yeah, see, I don't now knowing how Zerator can chase me, I don't feel I can move up to where the creeps are.
That's fine.
Choose a
Then do something else. Like just try and do something useful at all points.
Yeah, it means I've got to go where someone else is and not be completely isolated.
That's fine.
So I'm moving down to mid. And Falsted's now moaning at me for moving. Never mind.
I'm going to get in as many camps as I can because I can kill them quite quickly.
A hero has abandoned the battle. A hero has rejoined the battle.
Just try and speed that up from under here. You have a guy coming
yeah,
in.
you do. Yep, you do.
You can
keep
get
fighting,
him low.
keep fighting. I don't think you should have moved there. I think you should have just kept sword attacking. Well, you got him anyway. Which is excellent. Now, go take that camp. Go take it. Camp. You have to capture it. Oh, they captured it.
And
Someone
there,
else got
there
him.
guys there, and I've got no ability to run. I just used it to get
Yeah.
in there.
You have to make a decision. So if you go on straight away,
Yeah.
you would just see
I
him
didn't
capturing it and
actually
then
see that
backed
the
out.
camp wasn't captured. till you
Yeah,
said.
but that's because you needed to get vision as soon as possible. Remember, whenever these things are happening, the enemy team can be watching and reacting and moving at the same time. So it's always better just to do straight away. If you dilly-dally, you just give them a chance to sort of to prepare for you.
Yeah.
We're going to lose it, but we have got a player that's left,
Lost a fort, heroes.
which is not good. Our Arthas is not in the game. Oh dear. I feel happier with this game though. I feel like we did a lot of useful stuff.
Okay.
We just seem to be able to lose every game here.
It's a
on stream.
talent.
It's like our thing. It's our thing. Just to lose games.
Let's go. Fight the weak. I got this.
Okay.
Well, the long-range gun got Manova.
Yeah, it was actually a very nice kill.
Delighted to.
We got a double kill there.
Abandoned the battle.
That's one thing I'm
So
learning
keep
to do
shooting.
with this guy, actually, is shoot things that are several screens away from me. It's actually
Oh,
very
yeah, yeah.
satisfying.
Trying to predict where players are is a big part of it as well. So where would I run if I was retreating? Fire a rocket there. Because a lot of players won't account for stuff like that. They'll just go, oh, I can be into them on 10% health and I run away.
Yeah.
In my sight.
Especially at this point in the beta, because players just don't know how things work. They probably only played like 5 heroes or something. Because they haven't bought the other ones, so they may not be aware of what your hero does.
I never trip lightly.
Right, pushing out with Arthas.
Why are we running
here.
away from this guy? He's a kill.
What I do.
We have to just get close. Wow.
The shrines awaken
I never
once more.
trip lightly.
Who will
Oh
control
dear.
the
The
Knight's
dragon. I think something we don't do enough of in our teams is we don't control the jungle enough. The enemy team always seems to get a lot of jungle creeps. Gives them a lot of XP and they get a lot of lane presence out of it.
Okay.
Because I think what's happening is they're killing stuff in jungle, and then they go and gank us, and then while we're getting ganked and we die to ganks, those units are pushing in and getting pushes ready for them. So once they kill 1 or 2 of us, and it's 4v5 or 3v5, they can push with extra creeps.
It seems that as soon as someone decides to melee me, even if I run away before they get to me, they can just chase me across 3 or 4 screens while I'm running away and kill me. They've done that successfully 2 or 3 times now, and I don't feel I'm being at all slow in reacting. In fact, I feel I'm preempting.
I think with that hero, you've got to like if you're running away and they're hitting you, you've been caught. You're already too late. He's a hero that you need to be bodyguarded or you need to be out of danger. There's another way about it. They have a dragon now. This might be slightly over. Then again, our Arthas was happy to just watch one of our players die earlier.
I've noticed that at no point did I see their siege tank knocked by the side of another player.
Yeah, that's definitely. I think he's well paired with someone with a stun.
Yeah.
Someone who can just make sure that other player is going to be standing at a long distance. And here's the MOBA flame.
Here we go again. Yeah, this is actually what I don't like about the genre.
Well, I mean, it stems from the fact that you're heavily reliant on cooperation. But such a few randoms.
Double kill.
Why did he stay there? I don't get it.
The enemy is attacking the
Got the Nova again.
Yeah, we got him.
Sweeter than that.
See, now we're ahead on XP. This is a really big change in mechanic.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like it because I've realised something, and that's that if you've ever played League of Legends on a mid-only game, you'll know that like you get these scenarios where it's just baddies throwing each other's towers. So it's like
pause just 1 sec, Parv. They've got all of them dead.
What I
Best all bar 1. How do we capitalise on this at this moment? And again, I'm going to be killed by their.
might not
There we
going
go.
to try and save you.
Thank you.
There you go. How do we best capitalize on this? We have to defend, and they have to push in and die. They have to YOLO in. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Back off, back off. I'm gonna back off as soon as I get this wave as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal up here.
So the way to capitalize on this is basically it's their game to throw because they have so much more of a push than we do.
Okay.
Now their tank is actually doing a bad thing. He's just throwing random rockets out long distance. Not a very good idea. He's got a lot more to offer teamfights than that. But with the new mechanic, like I was saying, people just throw each other's towers, and it's kind of like you wipe, then we wipe, then you wipe, then we wipe, and it was whoever went first will probably get the get the game win.
Okay, so I'm just trying to tidy up as many of their mobs as possible here.
Yeah, we need to just play patient, not get caught out, but we've got players doing this. We're going to get caught out anyway, so...
That rocket is very annoying, constantly going through the core.
The shrines awaken once more.
Now that they've got map control, so we have to counter push all this other stuff as well. All I'm trying to do... see, that's a bad place to siege, because there's nothing stopping them from just pouncing you.
Okay.
Like,
where...
I can't stop them from jumping on you there, because I don't need to have a stun. All I can do is just kill units from afar. See, near the tower here is a good place, because they have to plant the tower if they want to fight you. It's a pretty sweet ulti. Unfortunately, no.
Just as my rocket was in line with the pair of them. Never mind.
Oh dear, never mind. It's only a game. Whew.
Whatever happened to Heroes of Mine, someone says.
Oh, that's why Minecraft is of mine. It may come back, it may not. Depends on mine's enthusiasm. So if you wish it to come back, tweet Martin asking for him to do more. I'm willing to do more.
Now, 2 more deaths that time. Similar number of kills.
I don't think you're feeding at all. I don't think that was your fault at all, really.
Okay. She'll see what happens.
That's another thing about MOBAs. There's a lot of time. Pubby games, it's just random whether you win or lose. I feel like this game, more than most I've played, is more random.
Okay. Is that something you feel is changing as beta goes on, or?
I think the new mechanics have made it even more so. Because if you have one, like, even if you're pulling ahead, if you have one bad player in a team that dies and feeds, he's now contributing a lot more to the enemy team, so they get back in a lot faster. It's very hard to maintain a lead.
Okay.
So it's usually a case of how many cooperative players do you have over, like, how many good players do you have. If people just stick together and blob up as 5, they're not going to get picked off so much.
Yep.
So it's just easy to do, I think. It's like I said before, though, when we were talking to Trollden, if I was going to draft a dream team, what would I do? I'd take 5 wombo combo heroes and just stick them all together and blob up. Just do a laning phase, and then once you get your ultimates, just go and put all your circles down. Yeah, because even if all 5 of them want to turn up, unless they've got good counter initiators, all that's going to happen is that you're going to wombo them all, and they're all going to go down really fast. You're probably wiping 5-0.
Yep. Okay. It's one way of looking at it. So I think what we ought to do, looking at the clock, I'm actually in the mood to possibly play a few more of these, but we probably need to bring this show to a close. I might stay and do some lurking on stream after show. And you're entirely welcome to do as you wish, Parv. But I need to roll credits. But before I do that, tell people a little about stuff that's coming up. Like I say, quite a lightweight Blizzard forecast this week, just a few games, a bit of conversation. Of course, interesting news, Nax, other stuff, we've touched on it. We are going to be back next week, hopefully with the full crew. And we're going to be showing some new stuff from Draenor. We're going to be coming back with a few more giveaways. And, yes, well, other stuff, but you're going to have to wait and see what actually happens there. Also this week, there's going to be some interesting things happening with a few other titles, so keep an eye on MMOBuff.TV. And, you shall see what's going to happen. I'm so tempted to say more, but I can't. It's one of those. Parv, anything you want to close with?
Eat your vegetables. and don't take sweets from strangers because sweets are bad for you. That's
And
what you should
vegetables
do,
are good.
strangers. Yeah, take vegetables from strangers. That's what you should do.
And sweet, right? No, let's not go there. Okay, folks, it's been a pleasure as always. The stream is probably going to come back in a moment or three, so hang around. But for now, I'm going to say thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks for watching Episode 9, Expanding Betas of the Blizzard Forecast. If you like what you're seeing, please click the bubbly heads above, and you can watch our previous episode. You can also click like, share, subscribe, and leave us comments below. We like seeing comments.